February 5th, the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lines invade OCBC Arena, and did they ever invade? Marcus Elliott, 27 points, back and forth game, lots of intensity as you can see, but it was that guy, Marcus Elliott, providing the difference as the Lions eke out a 76-74 victory. Hello everyone and welcome once again to ABL Basketball here on StarHub. Singapore Slingers going against Alab Pilipinas here. We set the OCBC Arena on a cloudy day here in the Lion City of Singapore. No clouds on the horizon for both these teams. The Singapore Slingers in second place right now with that 10-3 record, going against the Alab Pilipinas at 6-4. Alab will be trying to get off the snide. They've lost the last couple of games, including a 72-65 loss at the hands of the Saigon Heat. The Slingers coming off a very tough win away against the Malaysian Dragons, 112-110 in overtime. What a game for Xavier Alexander as he fires in 34 points and grabs 15 boards. Justin Howard, 32 points and 11 boards for the Singapore Slingers. Lots of crowds still coming in here, as is the usual for Singapore. As we said, the weather might be playing a little bit apart. Hello, everybody. Chuck Shrine along with Michael Wong, hoping you're enjoying it wherever you are, getting ready to fasten your seatbelts. We have a game that, if we are to go by the previous games, it should be a barn burner. November 27th, Singapore beat Alab Pilipinas 71-66. December 18th, Singapore coming out on top 71-68. And on January 13th, finally, Alab Pilipinas getting their comeuppance, beating Singapore 74-72. Both these teams ranked number 1 and 2 in defense in the ABL. Singapore slightly better than the Alab Pilipinas, but the Filipinas have added a couple of roster moves since we saw them last. There is Hughes right there, James Hughes from Northern Illinois, where he played from 2003 to 2007. And Sampson Carter, UMass Amherst, only 26 years of age, 6'8", 220 pounds. So a lot of matchups have been rectified since they have got these two guys. Singapore, of course, will lean on Justin Howard and the X-Man Xavier Alexander, but both those guys, Michael, played 45 minutes in that stirring comeback win for the Slingers, who trailed by as many as 10. Here are the starting 5 for the Singapore Slingers, and getting a rare start will be number 3, Rolando Gardner. Or check that, these are the subs. So guys that will be coming off the bench for the Singapore Slingers, who are fighting the injury bug. Wu Chin Day out for the year. Larry Liu is hurt. Mitchell Folkoff, number 18, who has been the starting guard for the Slingers, averaging 25 or 26 minutes a game. He is also out with a shoulder injury. So injuries mounting up for the Slingers. They're going to try and get by another week where they play 2 games. Remember, they played an overtime game on Friday, as we said, in that victory over the Malaysian Dragons. It will get a little bit easier for them in terms of games played per week after this week. They will be playing only 1 game per week. Next game against the Kaohsiung Truth, they will have to go all the way to Taiwan, but that is then, this is now. Both these teams very, very well matched, and we can expect a very tough game. Here's a hero of the game on Friday. The X-Man enjoying his finest game. We said 34 points and 15 rebounds. Heart and soul of the team, Justin Howard right here. Last game, 32 points and 11 boards, leading the league in rebounds, averaging just over 16 boards per game. Have to wonder how long his 35-year-old body can keep up with this strenuous pace that the Slingers are playing at. They do not really have a big man to replace him when they are on the road. However, at home, they do have Delvin Go. He's in the midst of his NS requirements, so he cannot play every game, only can play the games here at home. So possibly a chance for the Slingers to give Justin Howard a little bit of a blow today. We look at the Alab Pilipinas and the Singapore Slingers getting ready to do battle here at the OCBC Arena. Here's the starting five for both the teams. Desmond, Wong, he's been doing well as of late. Hot shooting Leon Kwek. Of course, the X-Man, Xavier, Alexander, and Justin Howard. We've already talked about him on the other side of the ball. Bobby Parks, number 5 in the league, in scoring 23 points a game. Sampson, Carter, Jeric, Marco, Fortuna. He's been around for a long time. Anthony Gavieres gets a start today. And James Hughes, who is 5th in the league in rebounding, averaging 10.6 boards per game. That is the starting lineup for the Alab Pilipinas. Before the game, we had a chance to talk to some of the coaches and players about what their reactions to today's upcoming game were.
Towards the end, I think we need to get ourselves back to the #1 spot because of home court advantage. Definitely, we're desperate for that, and of course, we want to get every win possible.
I think there's a lot of defensive lapses, towards the second half of the game, and then Alexander, Justin, managed to calm us down. That actually led us, to the overtime, that we played last Friday. I think we've been there, a lot of times, and we know how to handle the situations, and we did handle well, during the overtime period.
Their strengths are they have a lot of good shooters, and they have Howard in the post, and Alexander's a very good defender, and he can create his own shots. In terms of weaknesses, there's very little weakness that I see. And like I said a while ago, they've been together, and they're a veteran team. And hopefully we play to our potential in this game.
Matchup-wise, I think we got Delvin back today, so I think it's good for us to have him back. And of course, Mitch is out, so we'll try our best to get ourselves and do whatever we can to stop them from going to the basket.
So, coach's reaction. Here are the team standings. Hong Kong Eastern Lions leading the league with a 7-2 record. Remember, they came in here and defeated Singapore last week. Very, very close game. Heartbreaking loss for the Slingers. Slingers in second place, 10-3. Alab Pilipinas, 6-4. Kaohsiung Truth, they've been playing some fine basketball as of late. They have risen now 4-8. Saigon Heat with the return of Chris Charles. They will be a factor down the stretch as well. 3-7. Westport Malaysia Dragon, that young team, but much, much better than that 2-8 record would indicate. So, Coach, drawing it up, and Michael Wong, I tell you what, both these teams, you could really put a paperclip between them as far as the ability goes. As we said, Singapore has won a couple of these games by 3, 4, 5 points, and the Alab Pilipinas at their place beat Singapore by 2 last time. 2 defensive-minded teams.
Yeah, it definitely be a very strong showing on the defensive end for both teams. They are ranked 1 and 2, and another thing to look at is actually they are both very good rebounding teams. I think they're also ranked 1 and 2 in terms of rebounding, so expect a very fierce battle, under the boards.
Hughes probably looks to match up against Howard down low. Hughes 6'11", Howard 6'10 and a half, so pretty much a wash there as far as height go, but we know Justin Howard very, very good down on that low block. And then Sampson, Carter, he probably will draw the X-Man, Xavier, Alexander. And Alexander, what a fine game he had on Friday. We'll be talking more about that later, but getting ready to start right now. There is Hughes, there is Alexander, number 15 there. And we are just about ready to rock and roll here at the OCBC Arena. 6-4, Alab Pilipinas going against a 10-3 second place Singapore Slingers. Lost for the first time last week in their home gym, and that really stung them, so we'll see how they rebound against this very competitive team. Today is the Alab Pilipinas have the ball. Rotate the ball out to the left side there. Dominguez finding a little crease in the hole, rolling to the basket. Strong shot off the top. Offensive rebound. I think there might be a foul against Alexander there. Yes, it is. Reaching in foul against Bobby Ray Parks, number 1. Bobby Ray averaging over 23 points a game. That's good enough for 5th in the league. Check that, 4th in the league. Shot off balance is off the mark. Howard grabs the rebound. Back comes Wong Long, who'll be playing the point guard with all the injuries to the Slingers. Remember, Mitchell Folkoff out with shoulder injury. Post-up move for Alexander. He thinks better of it. Comes back outside. Back-up jumper for him is off the mark. 1 and out. Rebound by Hughes. Down comes Park off the dribble. Left hand. Fights his way inside. Fingertip roll through the basket for an easy 2. Bobby Ray Park. Wong now coming up to deliver the screen. Desmond, quick pass inside to Kwek. Kwek kick back outside. He can hit that and off the mark there. Alexander right there on the weak side for the rebound off to Howard. Good job, Michael. Howard following the play. So back come Alab Pilipinas. Ball in the hands of Fortuna, the 5'8" guard, smallest guy on the court. Parks now, Desmond working on him. Back screen delivered, off-balance shot by Parks. It's going to be off the mark. Long way long in the lane, filling in to get the rebound. And Desmond will get it back to Wong. Wong almost has his pocket pick. Now over to the right side to Alexander. Alexander with the build-up on the left-hand side. Gets it downstairs. Hughes, Howard working. Nice footwork there and a foul. Check that. See if it is a foul. Yes, it is. So working straight away on Hughes, and what a battle that is already, Michael.
Yeah, it seems like Howard has been the focus of the Slingers offense for the early going. They've been trying to look for him in the low post, been trying to hit him in the mid-range.
So James Hughes, 6'11", the 33-year-old, going against the 35-year-old. Howard hits the first. Talking about James Hughes, played his ball at college at Northern Illinois, 2003 to 2007. Scored over 1,000 points there. Also played in England for Surrey, the BBL. So has some international experience. There's Coach Matt Kuan. Doing a fine job so far with Alab Pilipinas, who has some roster changes. Parks. On him. Hughes with a backup jumper. Well shorts. Going in the lane is Alexander. He comes up with the rebound. Popping up is Kwek. He's on the left-hand side. Still Alexander. Little hesitation move. Gets his pocket pick. No foul. Back in the open court. Ball in the hands of number 15. That is Louie Gavieres. Hughes, and that's a foul on Alexander. That will be one on him, not a foul. The ball just went out of bounds. In fact, out on Pilipinas. Alexander in the lane going to the left hand, back outside. Howard is deadly with that shot. Not this time, though. So 1 and out. Bobby Parks getting around Alexander. Scoops the ball ahead. Entry pass to Hughes. Hughes trying to get some separation. The ball taken away. Up in the air, ping-ponged around, coming up with it, and see if that's a traveling foul or a foul. It's going to go against Singapore.
Well, I think it's going to be on the X-Men.
So if that's on Alexander, that will be 2 on him. Let's see. See the ball popping around there, finally coming down. And wow, tough to give a foul there. Maybe it will go against Wong. No, it will go against Alexander. So bad news for Singapore early on as the X-Man picks up a foul, and on the replay, tough to see why that happened. Sampson Carter misses the first, a 6'8" forward. As we said, played his ball at Slovakia and Portugal and other places. Graduated from the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, only 26 years of age, so 3-3. Let's see if they get the X-Man out of there. Yes, they do. Checking in the game will be Delvin Go. We talked about him at the top of the show. Look out, almost has the ball picked off. So Singapore short-handed. We'll see how long the X-Man has to stay on the bench. Probably at least the first quarter. So Desmond, that has to hurt Michael, taking away a lot of scoring for the Slingers with the X-Man on the bench.
Yeah, definitely. And Delvin has to fill out big shoes by helping the rebound on the defensive end as well.
A blocked shot there is Desmond puts the ball up and has it swatted away. Last touch by Alab Pilipinas. Singapore will get another kick at the can. Here's the replay on that again in the lane, and boom, knocked away by Hughes. That 6'11" wingspan of his. $14 on the shot clock. So Singapore, long way long, having to be forced into playing point guard today. It's not where he is most comfortable. He is the number 2. Kwek will rotate and be the number 3 while Alexander is on the bench. Rebound, getting his own rebound is Howard. Yeah, second attempt for him, staying with the ball. Good job by Howard. So 5-3 Singapore up to 16 to go. Carter rotating the ball over to number 15. That's Gavieres. Shot high off the standard and out of bounds it goes. So Singapore will inbound the ball. Gavieres was not on the roster last week. Kwek. Still Kwek, left hand, rotates in the lane. Fires it back outside to go. Now to Desmond. Desmond to Howard. Howard with Hughes on him. Little fadeaway jumper, up and in. Justin Howard picking up the slack scoring-wise. That is 6 for him. Gets the shooter's roll there. This ball ping-pongs around the cylinder and drops in. Ball now with Fortuna, the 5'8" guard. Now Bobby Parks. Kwek rotating off of him. Backup jumper there. Yes, it's good. Sampson Carter taking advantage of the mismatch there, Michael.
Yeah, they would definitely have to go up to make him drive to the basket where Howard is.
Delvin gets the ball off to O. Rotating up top is Wong looking for a screen. Now rotating up again is Kwek. Howard again. Howard, post-up move. A little bit short, but the rebound grab by Wong puts it up and in. And any contribution they can get from Delvin will be a blessing.
Definitely, and it's a very good effort on his part, crashing the offensive rebound.
Hughes does not really have the outside range that Howard does. Long three, hoisted up there by Carter is no good. Away come the Slingers in the open court. Long switches to the right hand around the screen by Howard up and in. Little give and go there, or off the screen and roll. Sampson Carter getting victimized. And Howard now with 8 points, 11-5 Singapore. Quick start by then with Alexander on the bench. A dream start, really. Bobby Parks with Kwek on him. There's the screen. Hesitation moves. Left-handed shot is good in the lane. Bobby Parks getting it done. 4 points for Parks. 3:48 to go here in the first quarter. Kwek puts up a long jumper. No good. And a foul off the ball. Let's see who that's going to be on. Pushing away. That will go against Singapore. That's going to be on, I believe, Kwek. So timeout on the floor by Alab Pilipinas. 11-7. Singapore led by as many as 6. The foul, in fact, will go on Bobby Parks. So an offensive foul pushing off. So Singapore will have the ball at the end of the first quarter. We look at replay again. There's Wong off the dribble, around the screen, and a little give back there. Nice job by Justin Howard, who leads all scorers. In fact, with 9 points now. We said 8. Lucky not to get a foul there. You could see Sampson Carter holding his position. So on the timeout, Singapore, I guess, is going to have to rely even more on Justin Howard, Michael, with the X-Man on the bench.
Justin Howard seems to have his way in the low block. I mean, he's hitting mid-range shots. He's going to the basket strong, and Hughes doesn't seem like he's able to stop him.
One of the things that Justin Howard does so well on that low block is his footwork is just impeccable. So very good drop step. Also has a jab step that he's used a couple of times already this evening against Hughes. So Singapore having to get it done without the help of Xavier Alexander. We just said had the huge game on Friday night against Malaysia, scoring 34 points and grabbing 15 boards, so led both teams in terms of points and rebounds. So Singapore to inbound it. Back outside, Kwek comes with it. Up pops Desmond, looking inside. Delvin, the bounce pass back outside, off to Delvin again. Little standing shot there is going to be off the mark, rims in and out. Back comes Bobby Parks and company in the hands now of Fortuna. Fortuna rotates over to the left-hand side, giving the ball back in the hands of Parks. Kwek working on him, looking for the screen around one screen that comes, switches to the left hand. Blocked away by Howard. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice move by Howard, timing that one perfectly on the dribble penetration by Bobby Parks. There he is, going to his left hand. So inbounded, Hughes. Not really a threat from outside. 3 on the shot clock. Parks off the dribble now in the lane, fires it up, no good. Taking the ball. Another rebound there is Howard. Long way long, calling the signals. Downstairs to Desmond. Runs into immediate traffic and has his pocket picked by Bobby Parks. Parks with a quick hand there, switching back to the right. Looking downstairs is Fortuna, who will restart it. Wong on him. Here comes the screen by Hughes. Fortuna running around that. Long 3, taken by Fortuna and nails it. Good job by Fortuna, taking advantage of the screen by Hughes. So 11-10, Singapore's 6-point lead now is 1. Howard, Hughes working on him. Howard, left-handed. Now Wong around the screen. Wong rotates inside. Long look by Kwek is going to be off the mark. Stepping inside to pick off the rebound is Wong, now on the floor, and a jump ball, or a arrow. Let's see where the arrow goes. It's going to go by way of Singapore with 2:06 to go. Watch it again. There's a kickback outside. Kwek really should have knocked that down. Then the ball knocked out of Wong's hand by Fortuna. Possession arrow going the way of Singapore with 11 seconds, on the shot clock. Chuck Schreiner, Michael Wong with you, hoping you're enjoying the action here at the OCBC Arena. Game number 14 for the Slingers. They sit in second in the league with a 10-3 record. Alab Pilipinas at 6-4 in third. Delvin getting the inbounds, giving it off to Howard. Howard now switches to left hand, has his pocket pick, but taken back now by Wong. Now the ball on the floor again and kicked around. Kicked last by Philippines. Howling and Solis trying to make their case, but the ball will go back to the Slingers. Watch it again. No kick there on the floor, and there kicked by Howling or by Solis. Referees right on top of that. Good call by the officials. So Singapore with 14. Kwek, a little fall away jump. Good. 2. They're going to need Kwek. Need his outside shooting with Alexander on the bench. 1:41 to go. Fortuna. Hughes. A little bit short with that jumper. Nice job on the offensive board by Domingo to keep it alive. So Singapore. Alab Pilipinas getting the offense work. Howling now. Howling looking right. Tries to go off last, but way off the mark. It's a 24-second violation. Good defense there by the Slingers, Michael.
Yeah, that's really good defense by limiting them to one shot, and then the Slingers getting their defensive rebound and running on them.
Delvin Go getting some serious minutes here because of the foul trouble by Xavier Alexander. Sees the ball right there, throws the screen. There's the return, puts the ball on the floor. Oh, nice move by Delvin Go. Little jab step, getting through the defense. That's 4.
He has been really aggressive in the last few minutes. He's been putting up very good numbers, both on the offensive and the defensive end as well.
Almost picked off there by Kwek. Howling still to Hughes. Off to Solis. Solis kicked back outside by Domingo. Long 3 again is going to be off the mark, this time out of bounds. So Singapore will get the ball back. Delvin Go answering the call. The SOS for Singapore without Alexander on the bench. So Kwek with 2. Delvin Go with 4. So keeping Singapore's head above water. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Delvin Go over to Ung, who's now checked into the game. Howard switching to the left hand, and he is fouled. If it goes, will it count? Let's see, yes it does. So count it and 1. Howard now with 11 points will go to the line to try and make it an even dozen. Check this out again. There is Howard switching to the left hand. He smells the mismatch against Domingo, and Domingo catching him with the hand. The ball falls through the cylinder. So a chance for Singapore to up the lead by 8, and they do just that. 18-10. Ubalde checking in the game now for Alab Pilipinas. There's the screen on Wong, and it's a good one. The return. And Domingo on the pick and roll. Finishes it up. So a 6-point lead for the Slingers. They lead 18-12 as we matriculate through one quarter here at the OCBC Arena. We'll be back for second quarter action after this. Break between first and second quarter, and Michael Wong 18-12. I mean, that's about as good as the Slingers could expect with their second leading scorer, and possibly one of their heart and souls of this team on the bench with 2 fouls. I wonder if they'll leave him on the bench coming out the second quarter.
This has been the story of the Singapore Slingers, with role players stepping up every now and then when they most need it. I think they will keep the X-Men on the bench for the start of the second quarter. They cannot afford to have him pick up his third foul early in the second quarter.
So looking at the turnovers in the first quarter, Singapore with 2, and ditto for Alab Pilipinas. Singapore shooting 8 of 17 from the floor, 47%. Alab Pilipinas 5 of 16 for 31%, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Singapore 0 for 1. Rebounds, 5 offensive boards for Singapore for a total of 12. 3-0 for offensive boards for Alab Pilipinas. They got 7 rebounds. So Singapore winning the battle of the rebounds early on. Sleaze. Round 1 screen. Wide open look there. Mainly easy 2. Well, that was Mendoza who's checked in the game now. Mark Mendoza. Alab Pilipinas, Michael, doing a good job of picking and rolling early on here. Howard. Alexander back in the game, by the way, and he is fouled, so he will go to the line. Nice pass there by Howard. Great recognition. Alexander showing no fear, going straight up. So 18-14. Watch it again. There's the pass. Right there, the foul on number 6. That is Cowling, Ricardo Cowling. Singapore shot abysmally from the line last week, and a lot of people were saying, Michael, that was a big reason for their loss. Remember, at one time they were 3 of 8. I think they ended up shooting about 42% from the line. They lose by 2 points. Had they shot even 50-60%, that loss turns into a win.
Yeah, the free throws has always been somewhat of an Achilles heel for the Singapore Slingers team. They're going to try to rectify that issue, before heading to the playoffs.
Domingo stays in the game. Ball in the hands of Sleaze, goes around one screen. Wide open block there. Nice job by Singapore. Great acceleration by the X-Man. Rebound taken by Howard. Partially blocked the ball out of bounds, and it remained in the hands of Singapore. Good defensive pressure on the interior by that man there, number 18. Watch it again. Ball up now, watch behind, yes. Great job by number 18, Mendoza. Shot from outside is good. So Justin Howard filling it up. 21-14, Slingers by 8. Check that, by 7. Salise in the lane. Domingo had a shot there, passed it up. Foul, blocking foul. Or did he step on the line? If he did, it'll be just a turnover. I think that's the way it is. Check Domingo there. He gets the ball on the baseline. Rotates. Loses the ball out of bounds. The referee say no foul. Doza stays in the game. Howard. Now the hands of Kwek. Left hand. Howard. Show and go move there. Gardner in the game now. Also, what do we have here? If that's an offensive foul, yes it is. That'll go against X-Man, and that will be 3 on Alexander. He will have to immediately exit the game. Well, probably should have taken your advice, Michael Wong, because right away here in the third quarter, watch it again. There's the elbow comes out. I think if he would have kept that hand, that elbow down, maybe it wouldn't have been a foul. So within 2 minutes, Alexander picks up foul number 3. Bobby Parks now working against Kwek. Look at that. Domingo throwing the screen, but that was an illegal screen, and Kwek running right into that. Let's hope he's okay. Watch this. And you can see he extended his arms, and that's what got the attention of the referees. So, a couple of offensive fouls on the trot. Gardner now. Delvin Go, who has checked back in the game. They didn't miss a beat with him last time. Howard looking for help. Back out to Gardner, who goes around the screen. He's inside. A little chop top there. Can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound inside. He's got it. Delvin Go. Singapore with a fresh 24. Shot by Kwek is off the mark. Skying for the rebound and bringing it down is number 7, Sampson Carter. So you'll bring it down for Alab Pilipinas. Back out it goes to Salise. Salise head down, heading for the back. Good. Weak side help, a little bit slow to mature there. So Salise gets an easy 2. 21-16. Slingers by 5. Kwek with the ball now. Bounce pass inside to Howard. Delvin Go with the high post. Gardner to Go. Delvin back outside again, around the horn it goes. 3 on the shot clock. They're going to have to take a shot. Little runner there on the lane is no good. Underhand scoop shot, almost lost there by Ubalde, who's in the game. Salise, a little turnaround. Wide open look on the right-hand side. Yeah. Sampson Carter. And it's a 2-point game. So you can see the immediate dividends having Alexander on the bench or providing for Alab Pilipinas. Howard will take that shot. Nailed it. Hughes just very, very reticent to come out on Howard. Back the other way, and that time Howard will pick up the foul on number 7, Sampson Carter. Check that. That's Bobby Parks, who's still down on the floor. Seems to be okay, slightly shaken up. Parks averages over 23 points a game. Watch it again. Left-hand dribble. There is Howard coming over. Dangerous play there. That could have been a lot worse for Bobby Parks. So slightly shaken up. He'll go to the line for 2. First foul on Howard. And leads all scorers with 16 points early on here. Still 4 points. Make it a 3-point game now. 6:16 to go here in the first half. You don't have to go the rest of the first half without Alexander. Ball rotated to Gardner. Gardner looking into Wong. Posting up. Back around the other side it goes. Wong now. Parks working on him. 4 on the shot clock. Off balance shot. It's going to be off the mark, but a foul. So a bailout foul that time. Wow. Didn't look like he was in that good of a position. Totally unnecessary, so we'll go to the line for 2. So hopefully Singapore shoot their foul shots better than they did last week, so back up to a 4-point lead with under 6 minutes to go. Good look at Matt Kwan there. We had a nice chat with him before the game. The 5-point lead now is on its both ends. Carter looking for a squeeze. He'll rumble to the basket and shot change by Howard. Gardner comes away with it now. He'll wait for help. Delvin go, rotates the ball over to Wong. Wong takes a long three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Carter. Out of bounds, last touch by Singapore. So Alab Pilipinas, Michael, will have it back. They're doing a fine job off the ball, screening off the ball.
And like we said right before the start of the game, defensively both teams are right there, top 1 and top 2 ranked in defense. So look at the score right now, it's only 25-20 and we are halfway through the second period.
So timeout call by Alab Pilipinas. They will obviously try and kickstart their offense. They've looked a little bit sluggish early on. They have not really taken advantage of the absence of Xavier Alexander. However, on the other side of the ball, taking nothing away from Delvin Go, Michael, he has provided some quality minutes for the Slingers, but they really need it.
Yes, he's putting in a lot of effort both defensively and offensively. Offensively, you know, those two moves that he made, those two baskets, they were one of the best moves I've seen him do, you know, over the last few years. And defensively, he's been holding his ground against Carter, so that's a pretty good job.
One thing the Slingers will tell you around the practice sessions that the most improved part of Delvin Go's game has been his footwork. Remember when he first came up, he was very, very awkward around the basket, but now he is working on both his jab step, his drop step, and can put the ball on the floor, left and right hand as well. So these little things are really starting to pay off for the Slingers. Remember, he only trains with them once a week, and he's got one training session a week with the national team. So, and also with the national service. So just think what he probably would be if he had more training in his pocket. Hopefully in the end of February, he will get a little bit more time to do that because that phase of his NS will be coming to a conclusion. So checking the ball in is Salise, number 8, who is entered the game. Again, Hughes, a little bit quiet early on here. Again, screening off the ball. Rotating inside, little backup jumper, trying to use the glass. Howard brings down the rebound. Back come the Slingers. Wong. Running buddy is Gardner. Gardner slips down. Now he's got the ball. Looking inside now. Hughes working on Howard. Little show and go move there. Kick back outside. Gardner turning left. Getting inside. Off balance move. Hits the shot. Nice job by Gardner. Not giving up. Turning left then right. Right-handed. Fending off the defender. Off the glass. Up and in. So 7-point lead and the ball last touch by the Slingers. And you can see Bobby Ray Parks not knowing what to do. That pass was intended for him. Luckily for him, Wong Wei Long touching it on the way out. So checking into the game will be Habalde. So Singapore doing a good job on Bobby Ray Parks early on. Off balance shot by Parks. In and out it goes. Rebound taken by Gardner, the smallest guy on the court. Meng now. Howard with the shot off the mark. So 1 and out. Rebound taken by Carter. Parks now with the left hand. Smooth the silk inside. The ball knocked away by Howard inside. Ball still volleyballed around. Saved by Sampson. Carter running back to the corner to pick it up. Ball in the hands of Fortuna. Fortuna gives the ball to Hughes. Can't get it to fall too hard and a foul. Let's see who that'll go against. Might be Delvin. So Sampson Carter will go to the line for a pair at the 3:57 mark here in the second quarter. Let's watch it again. Now, in and out. Might be Hung. So Hung, that will be his first foul. Well, as usual, as we said, these teams have played close the whole season. As we said, November 22nd or 27th here. The Slingers opened up the season by defeating Alab 71-66, and then they went down December 18th and defeated at their place 71-68, defeated Alab Pilipinas, and finally measure of revenge for Alab at their place on January 13th, overcoming Singapore 74-72. And in Singapore, their second loss of the season. 6-point lead. Off the mark. Rebound taken by Delvin. Go. Back outside. Go. To Gardner. Downstairs to Hughes. Or to Howard. Hesitation move. Trying to get the ball up and a travel call on Delvin. Go. Trying to be a little bit too ambitious that time, Michael, was Delvin.
I think he could have been fouled on the play. I mean, it could go both ways.
So they whistle with the travel, a turnover. We'll get the ball back in the hands of Alab Pilipinas. The 3:40 mark. Chuck Schreiner along with Michael Wong. So happy you could join us here at the OCBC Center. On Star Hub, ABL basketball at its best. Fortuna, 5'8". Gardner working on him. Fortuna passing him up like he wasn't there. Veteran. Double team there on Parks. Ball rotated to Domingo. Domingo in the hands now of Sampson Carter. Carter right hand. Parks. Up and in, counted in one. Let's see. You can see Park very good at leaning into the defender. Let's see who they give that foul to. A long way long, so opportunity now for Alab Pilipinas to get back to within 3. Great balance in the air by Bobby Ray Parks. Ball cut off by Kwek, who steps in the lane. Bobby Ray Parks' father is a legend in Philippine basketball lore. 53rd player drafted in 1984. Elected to come back to the Philippines, where he was a 7-time All-Star. Long 3 by Wong is no good. Skyned for yet another rebound of Sampson Carter. So under 3 minutes. Quick pass downstairs. Domingo uses his shoulder to Domingo again, up and in and one. Great job by Larry Domingo getting his own rebound, fighting off pressure inside. Justin Howard with the foul. That'll be 2 on him. Watch it again. Domingo, great hustle play by him, and inside it goes. Foul. So, in fact, that foul not on Justin Howard. So we'll see who that foul will go on. So 27-25, the 2:42 mark, and Alab Pilipinas be very, very aggressive on the interior, Michael.
Yeah, it suits their game. They are big and strong, so it's only right that they are playing very physical basketball. And Singapore Slingers have to match up to that physicality.
Domingo listed at 6'4". He's a forward. Drawing it up. So Alexander, rooted to the pine for the rest of the first half, will come in the second half with 3 fouls. He's just not been able to get off at all. He's got 1 point only and 1 rebound. Quite a departure from what we saw him do on Friday night against the Westport Malaysian Dragons, where he led all scorers with 34. And you know, that is the problem with Singapore. They have so many injuries that, you know, when something like this happens, they don't really have a ready replacement for Xavier Alexander. With Mitchell Falkoff out of action, Kelvin Lim even is hurt. So a very, very thin bench indeed. And when a guy gets in foul trouble, that just makes it even thinner. Justin Howard. Domingo with the line to try and complete the 3-point play, which he does. So a 1-point game now at the 2:41 mark. Full court pressure being employed. Walking by Delvin. Go. Well, that's not the guy you want to have the ball when pressure is being applied. Second traveling call, and Coach Nyo showing his displeasure. So another turnover for Singapore. Opportunity now here for Alab Pilipinas to take the lead. Domingo. Ball in the hands of Sampson Carter. Downstairs to Park. All along Hughes. Singapore defense getting caught. Coming up to the ball. A little bit of ball washing that time, and a timeout now by Singapore as they trail for the first time in this game. For the first time since 2-0. They trail 28-27. And Xavier Alexander cannot get in the game fast enough. Check it out again. Look at Bobby Parks. Oh, working on him. Howard coming up to help on Parks. Sneaking in behind Hughes. Getting the pass over the top. And Coach Hill not a happy camper right now, Michael.
This is one aspect of the game that really misses. I mean, with Mitch being on the bench hurt, this is one part of the game that is sorely lacking in the Singapore Slingers. They need a big body like Mitch to handle someone like Bobby Parks. Right now, we only have Desmond or Wong, which is physically they are probably at a disadvantage.
Also, Wong having to play out of position. He's having to play the point guard, a position that is really not best suited for him. He's better off the ball. So that's another aspect where the absence of Mitchell Volkov really hurting this team. Of course, Larry Liu out of action too. So 3 or 4 players who were key to Singapore last year when they were trying to win the title, not available now. And then, of course, compounded with the 3 fouls on Xavier Alexander. So opportunity here for Alab Pilipinas, and they're taking full advantage. Delvin, still Delvin. Notice he doesn't put the ball on the floor anymore, and trapped, ball taken away again. Gardner with his pocket pick up and in is Domingo. So shades of last week, Michael. Singapore Slingers not handling pressure very good. Now getting the ball off to Howard. Gardner, go. Desmond looking for Howard downstairs, back outside to Kwek. Kwek now to Howard. Hughes working on him. Kwek goes through, ball on the floor. The shot will be short. Rebound by Parks again. Ball kicked away by Gardner. So 1:40 to go would be Alab Pilipinas ball with a chance to extend the lead. They lead by 3. Biggest lead of the game by them so far.
Filipinas have taken a page out of the Long Lions defense. They're trying to full court press and go into the zone press against the Singapore Slingers right now.
Pass to Parks, gives the ball up to Domingo. Off balance shot, can't get that. So Howard off to Gardner. Quickly down court to Kwek. He'll wait for numbers. Gardner now barking off signals. It's like a little bit of confusion. Kwek now. Howard with the entry pass. Little back up shot by him with the right hand hook. Good. Just with the doctor order. 1-point lead now for Philippines with 1 minute to go. Parks with post up move on Desmond Go. Or Desmond Co. Domingos. Under a minute to go here. Back outside to Fortuna. Gardner working on him. The entry pass there. Domingos turns and fires off the glass to be off. Now taken by Kwek. Gardner with the ball in traffic. He'll hold it up. Back outside to Delvin. Inside now. They'll try and spot Howard with under 30 seconds to go. Filipinas will get the ball back. Inside it goes. Up and in. There we go. Off the left-hand dribble. He's got 6. 23.5. Singapore regains the lead by 1. Timeout Alab Pilipinas. Wow. Delvin Go making up for those 2 costly traveling mistakes. Coming back with the left hand and streaming to the hoop. Let's watch it again. Pass by Gardner, Michael.
Look at this move, quick move to the basket, going to the left and going up strong. That is what we need.
There it is again. 2 dribbles with the left hand, weak side help, and Hughes arriving a little bit too late. So Alab Pilipinas a little bit lazy there on defense from the weak side. So Coach Nyo's got to like what he sees there. Singapore up by 1. And really, you can't ask for much more than that with the X-Man on the bench.
Delvin has filled in really over the last few minutes. You know, he's really looking on his part. He even score on the basket, like going strong to the basket, like the last move that he made.
So Delvin Go answering the SOS call for the Singapore Slingers here in the second quarter. Just when it looked like Alab Pilipinas might be on a little bit of a run, they led by 3 and had the ball. If you were a betting man, you would have thought, well, this is the start of a nice little run for them. Perhaps Singapore would go into the locker room down by 7 or even more. So stopping the rot right there. Gardner, a good job by him to spot Delvin and get him the ball. So patchwork lineup for the Singapore Slingers, getting it done. 23.5 seconds to go. So Alab will take their time and try to go into the locker room with the lead. Full court pressure being employed by the Slingers. Fortuna again getting past guard. Down to 15. So they'll spread it out. See if they try and get the ball in the hands of Bobby Ray Parks. 8 seconds now. Up comes Hughes to apply the screen. Picking him up will be Go. Shot clock down to 3. Rises, fires, no good. So a little bit of a busted play for Alab Pilipinas. They didn't do very well with it. The result of that, Slingers will go into the locker room with a 31-30 lead at the end of the first half. We'll be right back to size it up. First half highlights and more here from the OCBC Arena when we come back. Slingers lead over Alab Pilipinas 31-30.
Remember, 6 minutes to do this. There will be no rules except what I say. Except what I say. And I just want everybody to know.
Welcome back to the OCBC Arena, everybody, and Singapore Slingers clinging to a 31-30, very low-scoring game here so far. Defensive game as we thought it would. Michael Wong pointed out at the beginning of the game that these are the 1 and 2 ranked defensive teams in the league, so we'll be looking at half-time highlights. And here we go, Justin Howard with the ability of Alexander to stay out of foul trouble. Look at the little follow there by Delvin Go. What a spark he was for the Slingers, scoring 6 points. A little give and go off the screen there. Justin Howard on the return pass from Wong Wei Lin, 2 of his 16 points in the first half. Bobby Ray Parks, little hesitation with off-balance shots, switching to his left hand in midair. Showing some athletic ability there. Fortuna behind the screen. Wong, the veteran deliveries for Alab Pilipinas. Kwek, little fadeaway jumper. He had 3 points the other night in Malaysia. So he's got 2 here in the first half. Wong off the screen. Return pass again to Delvin. Go, watch this. Nice move. Oh, grabs it around Domingo for his second bucket of the game. Off the screen. Return pass there of Domingo. Nice job as a trailer. Finishing up there. Off the glass. 2 of his 6 points. Larry Domingo. The return pass and getting lost in the shuffle there. Allowing number 18 Mendoza to score his 2 points. A little bit slow getting there. Bobby Solis sprinting to the basket for 2. There's Solis off the dribble again. Oh, nice pass. Both the Sampson and Carter waiting for the foul. 2. That's the way it went in. Look at Kwek. Ball inside to Howard. Howard will return fire there. So Howard getting all scores with 16 in the lane. Nice job by Gardner. Controlling there for him. 2 points. Totality of his offense in the first half. Again, Parks, a nice pass to Hughes. Swallowing up the Singapore defense, who came up a couple of steps. The ball knocked away on the defensive pressure by Domingo, finishing it off for the steal and the 2 points at the other end. Justin Howard, though, keeps rolling on, doesn't he? 35 years old. Justin Howard. Now watch this, Delvin go to the left hand, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Hughes getting there late, so that's the way it would end. 31-30 in favor of the Singapore Slingers. 41% from the floor for the Slingers, 13-32, 12-34 for the Filipinas. 3-point shooting, 0 for the Slingers. They've only taken 2 of 4. Free throw shooting, that's more like it for the Slingers, 5 of 7 for 71% against 50%. Rebounds in favor of the Slingers, 23-18. In fact, they've got 9 offensive boards to 7 for Filipinas. Turnovers 6 and 4. Slingers slightly more careless, holding on to the ball, 4 assists each. So we have the play of the week coming up from the ABL. Let's take a look.
To the cutting Carter. Tough cut shot blocked there by Charles. Here comes Saigon. Morgan tries to tie it up. And he does.
Morgan, 3.
A different man.
Timeout, Alab Pilipinas. We are tied at 60 overall. 4-minute period.
We're going to knock forward Alab Pilipinas. Good record here on SNA. Here comes Morgan against Jay Wei. Oh, good defense by Wei. He gets the ball on the other end. He'll take the 3. It's good!
5-point swing. Right then again. Turnover for the Saigon Heat. 3-point shot for Jay Wei. 7-point. Let's see if that gets him going.
Lead is back to 12. Dip there. 2 seconds to shoot. Parks knows it. Goes the base of Moses Morgan.
First 3 of the game. Now Gardner. Lee working on him. He has a pick, pocket pick. Long lead pass. Elliott will corral it. He'll wait for numbers. No, he won't. He'll fire up a 3. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. Sloppy play by Gardner and the Singapore Slingers. They immediately call timeout. 55-40. And just like that, Michael, we talked about how dangerous this team can be. chasing the ball handler, almost losing. In fact, he does. Wong behind the back, up and in. So just like that, we talked about Singapore having to take care of the ball. Tyler Lamb.
Under 3 minutes left in the third. Jose attracting everyone, finding Louie Min. Give an assist to ASEAN, the 2 points to lead.
And again, great heads-up play there from Raymar Jose, drawing the interior defense of Saigon, then dropping it off to an open teammate.
That's not the problem. Daniel with the rebound.
Great adjustment.
Well, inbound. Gets it to Arnold. Arnold spins around. Gets away from Kalani. Enough!
Arnold! Timeout! Alab Pilipinas!
Huge shot there for Arnold. Puts his team up by 5, 70 to 65. Arnold now with 70 points all of a sudden. He came alive in the second half. Timeout now by Alab Pilipinas. In here, Curry Park trying to get the space. He blows by. Daniel tries to dunk there against Daniel.
Good drive right there by Ray Parks.
He got by Morgan. Daniel was just all over the place. And I'm hearing rumors that Daniel Rush does it.
There you have it, the plays of the week. We'll be right back at the OCBC Arena in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 31-30 in favor of the Singapore Slingers over Alab Pilipinas here at the OCBC Arena in the Lion City of Singapore. Chuck Schreiner, Michael Wong, hope you're enjoying it. Very low-scoring affair, and part of that is due to the foul trouble of namely Xavier Alexander, mired on the bench, and he is back in the game there. There he is, number 15. But just excellent job by both these teams, Mike. I guess the interior defense has just been outstanding.
Yeah, defensively, both teams have been working their butts off. You know, both teams are shooting at below 40% off on the field, and turnovers have been very limited for both teams. They're doing a very good job taking care of the ball for both teams, but they're all limiting each other to only one shot and then running on the other end.
Gardner saving that. Really a fatal mistake. Desmond with the three is off the mark, so 1 and out. Good defense again by Alab Pilipinas. With baseball pass inside. Hughes turns, fire, got it. So look for that to happen. Hughes only with 2 first-half points. He averages way above that. Goes right at Alexander, trying to get him to pick up 4 fouls already. Wide to Alexander, and there's a foul inside, and that will go on Hughes. So it'll be 2 on the big man. Nice recognition there by Desmond. Rifling the ball straight down in the vicinity of Justin Howard, who quickly went to work and looked like it caught Hughes unaware. So he grabs on Kwek. Still Kwek, baseline, he goes nowhere to go and throws it right in the lane. Sampson Carter picks it off. 8 turnovers now for Singapore. Bobby Ray passes the ball. He'll hang around that right side. Now he'll come back up. Mendoza in the game again. Check that, that's number 15. That is Gavieres. Hughes in the lane, yes! Nobody going out to pick him up. A little bit of mismatch there. Not mismatch, but actually misinformation. Nobody on the side, but it's not getting, almost throwing the ball again away. Howard back outside. Inside now to Alexander. Alexander, little scoop shot inside, good. That must have felt good for the X-Man, his first bucket of the game. So Singapore down by 1. Alab Pilipinas. Fortuna, number 11. Gavieres to Hughes walking there, it looked like. Let's see what the call is. Wait a minute, is it going to be Alexander? No, it's not. It'll be on Desmond. Anxious moments there for a minute. I thought they were going to whistle Alexander. Let's see where the foul is going to be away from where the cameras were. See Alexander going out to meet Bobby Ray Parks. Gavieres. Working on him. Gardner. Fortuna off the mark. Howard with his 10th rebound of the game. He's got 18 to lead all scorers. Gardner keeps yo-yoing. Back outside again to Kwek. Rotating the ball to Alexander. Carter working on him. Over to the left side. Back out to Kwek around the screen he goes. Trapped on the baseline inside. Good job getting loose there. Justin Howard somehow getting away from his defender. Good recognition by Leon Kwek, who never gave up. Sampson now, offensive foul. So Alexander doing a good job establishing position. Second offensive foul of the game. Let's watch it again. Nice job. So Sampson Carter now with 2. So Singapore 1-point lead, a chance to add to that. Back outside it goes to Alexander. He'll look for the screen. Hughes will switch off on him. Great mismatch there, but he comes down with the ball with his hands, so a turnover. Looking for the foul, I believe. The X-Man didn't get it. Went up in the air, did not release the ball. Parks, Desmond working on him. Out pops Sampson. Hughes now on the other side with it. Howard working on him. Back outside. Alab Pilipinas stretching out the offense. Hughes, backup jumper, is going to be short. 24-second violation. Alexander motoring down that left-hand side, and he will be fouled by number 15, Gavieres. Anthony Gavieres. 3rd team foul for Filipinas early on here. 6:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gardner off the screen. Inside he motors. Turns and fires off balance shot way off the mark. Hughes with the rebound. Fortuna now. Over to Parks. Parks in the lane. Almost walked with the ball. Can't get the roll. Howard with another rebound. Justin Howard just keeps like a machine. Inside, behind. Reverse is good. Nice job by Kwek. Great recognition by Alexander. Getting behind the defense. 3-point lead now for the Slingers. You can see the energy level going up, Michael, with the Alexander back in the game. Ball taken away, stepping in the lane and picking it off is Howard. Lead pass off the mark. Last touch by Hughes. They're going to say Singapore, and then Alexander not able to finish that up, wanting the foul, and over comes Howard. Watch it again with the right hand off the mark. The follow, trying to claim that Parks fouled him. Getting the call there by the referees. Gardner goes to the bench. Wong back in the game. Singapore now with their full complement of starters who began the game with him. In the game now, number 21, Fortuna. Rotating over is Domingo. Now Parks with the ball. Desmond still on him. Wide open look from Breezeville. Got it! Well, one aspect of the game that Alab Pilipinas is doing well at, they are 50% from beyond the arc. Singapore yet to hit a 3. They're tied up now at 37. Alexander will hoist up a 3. Well short, right in the path of Hughes. Back down the court comes Pilipinas. Inside. Hughes and a foul. Let's see. 3-second violation. So sloppy play on both ends of the court. Singapore will get the ball back with 4:51 to go. Delvin Go in the game now. What a first half he had. A couple of rebounds, 6 points. So Singapore going with a big lineup. They've got Desmond and Wong who pops up hot. Screen there by Howard. Kwek. Check that. Delvin getting loose of his defender up and in. Delvin Go in the left hand. Great job shielding his body. Wow, 8 points now for Delvin. Singapore with the 2-point lead. That's the most points, or ties the most points Delvin has as a slinger. Certainly the X factor today. Domingo gives it up. Holding on. Who will that go against? Number 17, Peter Noodle, who was just checked in. A blocking foul. 5'11" guard. His first action of the afternoon. He came off the bench last game. They were in town and scored 8 points. So a timeout being called by Alab Pilipinas. They're going to have to digest the presence of Delvin Go, who has 8 points. All of a sudden, the Slingers with a 2-point lead. Check out Leon Kwek here again. There's a pass down low, and you can see a little reverse. Pilipinas defense getting there just a little bit late. Nice job by Kwek. He had 20 points the other night in Malaysia in that overtime victory for the Slingers. He's got 4 tonight. Michael, talking about the outside shooting of the Slingers. 3 of 5 actually now for Alab Pilipinas beyond the arc. The Slingers 0 of 5.
So he had to hit an outside shot, but luckily, we have Delvin Go going into the basket strong, and he's been successful in his last few attempts.
Well, Delvin Go, as we said, at the end of the month, will have more time in which he might even be able to travel with the Singapore Slingers, but you wouldn't know he has had hardly any playing time this year by the way he's played today, especially going to that left hand. He does such a good job of shielding his body.
He seems to be like a matchup nightmare for the Filipinos because he's quite tall, doesn't play really like a center, doesn't back off to the basket. He actually plays like a forward. He dribbles well, you know, penetrates like a guard. So he's a bit of a mismatch for a lot of the players.
There he is, Delvin Go, number 23. He'll rotate down to the low post position. Ball in on Go now. Domingo working on him. Delvin turns. Way off the mark that time, but X-Man there to clean it up, and a foul. That'll send Xavier Alexander to the basket. You can see Delvin Go very, very confident with that fadeaway jumper.
A good job to Coach Neo. He actually designed the play to get Delvin Go the ball in the low block and ask him to go to work. That's showing great confidence in the young players.
Talking about the mismatch nightmares that would cause a lot of Filipinos, what that does is open up territory for Justin Howard to play that high post for a while, and he's going to bring the best defender out there with him. So that left, as you saw, Xavier Alexander with a favorable matchup for himself on that left side that he took advantage of. So Singapore a chance to go up by 5, and they do. Much better free throw shooting today, actually 4-point lead, 41-37. Long three is off the mark, hustling after the ball and saving it. Nice job there by Noodle. Bobby Ray Parks, and Noodle will start again for Alab Pilipinas. 6 on the shot clock. Hughes, the jumper there, falls through, rattles around. So Hughes starting to heat up a little bit for Alab Pilipinas. He averages over 16 a game. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. Howard, Hughes working on him. Turns and fires. He's going to be short. Ball on the floor. Last touch by who? They're going to say Singapore touched it last. So Alab Pilipinas. Looked like that ball might have slipped out of Howard's hand. Noodle quickly down the court. Wong working on him. Dominguez. Rifle pass over to the right-hand side to Parks. Long three is going to be short. Rising. Getting the rebound. Tipping it over to Wong. X-Man in the lane. Oh, baseline. Nowhere to go. Back outside and throws it away. Backcourt call. So a little bit out of control. The Slingers there. They lead by 2. But turning the ball over for the 9th time here. So Alab Pilipinas winning that category. They've only got 6. I think it's to Park. Desmond working on him. Downstairs it goes. Dominguez trying to turn the corner. Good ball movement by Alab Pilipinas. Back outside from the elbow. Hughes. That'll tie it up at 41. Good ball movement that time by Alab Pilipinas. Getting the ball in the hands of Hughes. Alexander looking downstairs. Howard has 20. For a place in the zone, 6 on the shot clock. Howard with the rebound, still can't get it to fall. Off and running now. Sampson Carter held up and fouled. Foul there on Wong Wei Long, and a good foul by Wong. Otherwise, it looked like a 3-on-2. Check it out. Actually, a 4-on-1.
Yeah, that's a very good foul on Wei-Long's part, stopping the fast break.
So 41 apiece. Anxious times here for the Slingers. Even with the return of Xavier Alexander in the game, a lot of fight in this Alab Pilipinas team. A whistle. That's going to go on Kwek for holding on, I believe. 2 on Leon. Let's see. Bobby Ray Parks trying to cut through the lane. Alcuna to check it in. Rotating up his Noodle. Baseline move and shot there. The three, if it goes, it does not. Howard with the rebound off the shot of Alcuna. He was all alone. Downstairs. Ball battered around and taken away. Another turnover. And look out. I think Ung will draw the foul there against Domingo. Crowd doesn't like that. A lot of support here in Singapore for the Philippine team. Great looking crowd, by the way, here. There is the foot by on Finn. Let's see if they give a fourth team foul there for Singapore. I was wondering if that might be a flagrant foul. It is not. Again, Delvin Go checking into the game. So Singapore trying to take advantage of the size discrepancy that they've got in their favor at the moment. Just a typical Singapore Singer Alab Pilipinas game. I'll tell you, fourth time at it. Reverse off the mark by Dominguez. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Alexander now. Go downstairs, holding on. And that will go against Alab Pilipinas. There was a mismatch. You could see down low. The Hughes had rotated to cover somebody else, so trying to quickly take advantage of. There it is, right there. So Mendoza very smartly goes ahead and takes the foul. He had no chance. Rattles in. So Singapore with a 42-41 lead now. They continue to shoot the ball well from the free throw line, Michael.
Hughes is actually out of the game. He's actually taking a breather between the third and the fourth quarter. So this is the small lineup of the Philippines, and Singapore Slingers is actually employing a big lineup right now and trying to exploit it.
Explain why Go is in the game now. Parks. They'll redraw. 10 on the shot clock. Back out to Domingo. Losing it. 4 on the shot clock now. Parks trying to rock and roll with 1 on the shot clock. Long shot is no good. Tipped up. Howard has it. Lead pass to Kwek. 3 on 2. Kwek going straight to the basket. Has it blocked. Singapore will have it. A great job by Bobby Ray Parks to close it out. Check it out again. Timed perfectly. Well, you can't blame Leon trying to take advantage. He did have Howard right beside him. So 19 on the shot clock. Gavieres checking into the game now. For Alab Pilipinas, the shot way off the mark that time. Wow. And Wong Bin is livid about something. I guess that's why he fouled in the back court. So that will send Alab Pilipinas to the line, so I think more angry in himself than anything.
Yeah, that's a pretty much like a silly foul, you know.
Noodle brings Alab Pilipinas to within 1. In and out it goes. Howard corrals the rebound off to Alexander. Singapore will play for the last shot here in the third quarter. See if they get the ball downstairs or let Alexander roll to the hoop himself. Up, he can't get it to go. Long shot at the buzzer will be no good. So Singapore with a 43-42 lead at the end of 3 quarters. 10 minutes to go here from the OCBC Arena when we return.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the shootout. On the president has 2 chances, 3 shots, 1 from half court. If it doesn't make it, we go 3-point line, and now we do a free throw. What's your name, sir? All right, Vincent. First chance, half court. Great prizes to be won from Pink Wines. If you get this, you walk away with a case of premium wines worth $688. Kindly sponsored by Pink Wine. You'll get beautiful wines from Chile. All right, $688. You can take your steps to the circle. All right, here we go.
One big either one. Girls out on the 1-4. Okay? That's good. Come on, guys. Posting up on that.
I like your shots. So you're taking 3-point shot.
You girls out now.
You go winner of Kitty McGillis and Hopper with $200. Easy and quick.
You're looking inside. Right? He works on it. No chance. Get the
On the sideline here, Michael. Both these teams very stubborn on defense. A little bit sloppy by the Slingers. They turned the ball over a few more times than we were used to seeing them doing. But all credit to Alab Pilipinas. They're making life very hard for Singapore, especially on the perimeter.
Kudos to both teams on the defensive end. Both of them are not letting each other having any open looks, and has resulted in this low-scoring game. Defensively, I mean, Slingers have to do a better job of containing the big guy, especially the ball movement, especially the penetration.
Yep. Singapore now with 10 turnovers to 8 for Alab Pilipinas. So advantage Alab Pilipinas in that category. Singapore 17 of 49 from the floor, 35%, 17 of 47. So that is also part of the reason why the score is as low as it is. Both these teams mired in a game-long shooting slump, except for Justin Howard, who leads all scorers with 22. Ball on the floor, alertly picked up there by Fortuna. 5'8" guard. Howling back in the game again, number 6. Domingo almost loses the ball. Whipped over to the left-hand side. Wide open look from Freesville. No good. Pop back outside, and a fresh 24 for Pilipinas. Very patient with the ball. Howling from the elbow. Long 2 is good, so lead change again for Alab. 44-43. Alexander to being forced back. Kwek. Alexander. Howard. Long 3 by is no good. Go tips it up right into the hands of number 15, that's Gavieres. Now Howling. We still don't see Hughes. I wonder what the problem is with him. In fact, Sampson Carter not in the game either. Ball back outside and a traveling call. No, double dribble they're going to say. A good call there by the referee. Gavieres whistled. So they stay with Delvin Go. So both American imports on the bench. Yeah, Alab Pilipinas doing a great job of keeping this game close. In fact, they lead. X-Man with a shot off the mark. Another 1 and out. So Alab going with their speedy team. Fortuna, long 3. Found there by Alexander, who looks down court, and what do we have here? Holding on.
I think it's going to be an unsportsmanship foul.
I think so. I think he was holding on. There he is right there. You can see why. Outlet pass. They saw Justin Howard all alone there, so he will shoot 2, and the Slingers will get the ball out of bounds. Crowd reacting to that. So 2 shots here for Justin Howard. An opportunity here for Singapore. This is the first one. This game very well attended by our Philippine community. As, they travel very well as fans, as we all know. 1 and 2. So that will tie it up at 44 apiece. Singapore will get the ball out of bounds. Bin Hong will check it in. Mendoza goes to the bench for Alab. Take to the left-hand side. Up pops Howard to the high post. He'll roll off that. Off the dribble to Alexander inside the lane. Bounce pass back outside. Wide open for 3 is off the mark again. Singapore. Ball 1 and out again. So still no luck from downtown. 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Hughes now in the game. Losing the ball and picking it back up again. Domingo forces it in. So 2-point lead now for Alab. 7:20 mark, 9 mark. Wide open look again from the other side. Again off the mark, 1 and out. No, picked up by Alexander. The ball tipped out of bounds. He was trying to get the ball downstairs to a waiting delve and go. Alertly ticked away by J.R. Cowley. Good look at Hughes. So Wong checks into the game. Wong to the bench. Howard, and he is fouled immediately by Hughes. I believe that will be 3 on him. So Hughes with 3.
I think it's on Fortuna.
Yeah, Fortuna, that'll be his first. Missing another free throw. Well, shades of what we saw. I mean, Singapore had improved so much. They were shooting 71% at the end of the first half, but they missed a couple of important ones here. 1 of 2, so Singapore gets to within 1. 7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Coach Neo barking out instructions. Domingo. Sleeps. Inside Domingo, one-handed shot. Gets it to roll. Quick release there. We've got Bobby Ray Parks. So 3-point lead now for Alab. Wong trying to find something behind the screen. Kwek gets the ball inside to Howard. Following, the ball's on the floor, picked up again, this time on the floor. Who's got it? Howard can't get it to fall. Again taken away by Alab. Domingo. Opportunity here now for Alab. Fortuna. Domingo. Little jab step there inside. The tip is no good. Back outside into the hands of Alexander. Alexander open court, steps through. He's fouled. He'll go the line for 2. Boy, oh boy. Golden opportunity there for Alab. Had the ball right underneath the basket. Watch it again. Great little drop step there, in fact, by Domingo. There it is. Forced out, batted around. Alexander comes up with it. Gets it in the lane and fouled by Fortuna. That will be 2 on him.
Oh, the Singapore Slingers really dodged a bullet. But they're going to capitalize on this.
They've missed 3 out of their last 4 out of their last 5 free throws. This is what was their Achilles heel last time. One of 2, so Singapore to within 2. We said before, 7 of 13 games Singers have played have been settled by 5 points or less. 2 of them going to 3 of them going to overtime. Parks rolling up off the screen. Howling, little runner is good. So 4-point lead. Alexander. Wong. Wong 3 is going to be no good, and 1 and out again. Singapore ice cold from the perimeter. Have not been able to knock down their shots.
Filipinos have been taking advantage of this as well. They're actually running a 2-3 zone against the Singapore Slingers on the defensive end.
Trying to combat that size advantage that Singapore all of a sudden have. Off the dribble and a foul. See, that will put Parks at the line. A blocking foul. It'll be against Wong. Right there. Oh boy, tough call. So 3 fouls now on Wong. 4 on Wong.
I think there's a foul on Alexandra.
Oh, okay, Alexander, so
And
that
his
will be
fall.
4. Wow. Well, they have no choice. They've got to have him in the game. So let's see if Alab goes straight at him. They go at Howard. Ball knocked away by Howard. So Solis will reload. And a timeout now called by Singapore. In trouble here. deep in the fourth quarter, 5:16 to go. They trail 50-46. Shockingly, they have not been able to knock down any shots, so to speak, here in the second half at all, Michael. And you wonder, you know, 0 for 7 from the three-point land. And I know they're streaky shooters. They can turn that around in a hurry, but my goodness, somebody's going to have to step up soon.
Yeah, definitely. Filipinas is running a 2-3 zone and they are chasing all the shooters off the three-point line and then filtering them into the big man in the middle, which is Hughes. And they're going to look for ball movement. They're going to look for someone to penetrate and then kick out the shooters again. And then penetrate, rotation, you know, make sure the zone is being shifted from side to side so that they can get some easy scores in the movement.
Able to run that 2-3 zone because of the lack of consistency in the outside shooting game of Singapore. As we said before, both these teams at the end of 3 quarters were shooting 35% and 36% respectively. And it has improved for Alab here in the fourth quarter, but not so Singapore as they continue to scrounge for points. Tucking in that zone with 3 men down low, it creates all sorts of problems for Xavier Alexander. As you were saying, he cannot dribble penetrate like he's used to doing. Lots of things that Singapore is going to have to do well. They're going to have to start knocking down their shots to open up more spaces. Meanwhile, Bobby Ray Parks with the ball. Downstairs to Hughes and 24-second violation. So Singapore will get the ball back via turnover. Let's see if they can get something going on the offensive end. 46 points. We're talking about the team that has scored the second most points in the league, right behind Hong Kong. They average over 81 points a game. Downstairs, Alexander, nothing there. Inside to Howard, back outside, wide open look for Alexander, who misses another 3, so 0 of 9 from beyond the arc. Domingo, kick back outside, why not? Take the 3 and hits it. 53-46, Salise. So a different guy every time, and Singapore in trouble. Howard. Alexander. Wong off the dribble. Back in the hands of Howard, who shoots a 2. So that'll get Singapore back to within 5 at the 4-minute mark. Howard now with 26. Pretty much he is the offense in total for Singapore today. Parks, left hand, turns, left hand, well short. Right into the hands, would you believe it, of Domingo, lurking down on that low block. So back up to 6 points or 7 points again. Wong. Alexander daring him to shoot from there. 11 on the shot clock. Howard trying to make it stop and is stripped. Back the other way, 2-on-2. Wide open look from 3, still no good. Right into the hands of Hughes. Second kick of the can here for Alab. All the momentum their way, 3:22. In no hurry right now, Alab Pilipinas. Fortuna, long 3 is no good. Stepping in the lane and getting it is Howard. Alexander. Parks on him. Still Alexander with the post up, kick back outside to Wong, a long 3 off the mark again. 1 and out, 0 for 10.
Wow.
From beyond the arc.
What a cool shooting night for the Singapore Slingers.
Parks. You wonder if the fatigue that they might have, a hangover from that game on Friday, is just not firing on all cylinders. Off mark, Delvin Go with the rebound. Singapore has to score here on this trip down in a foul, and that'll go on Domingo. At least we'll stop the clock for Singapore. We'll see if they are in the bonus situation. Let's see if that will put Howard at the line. Delvin Go checking out. Checking in will be Ong. Desmond checking out. So Singapore in all kinds of trouble here. Not a foul shooting situation. Alexander. Still Alexander, and he has the ball knocked away that time by Dominguez. So Singapore in real danger here of suffering their 4th loss of the season. That will send Alexander to the line. The Slingers here in the 4th quarter have been less than stellar, to put it mildly. Have to take advantage of this right now. Get a stop at the other end. Missed the first one. Wow. Just every aspect of their game has gone south, and I just wonder if this game a couple nights ago when they were forced into overtime is having some sort of a hangover effect on their performance tonight, because they just don't seem like the same team. 1 of 2, 55-49. Timeout Slingers. Well, Michael Wong, they've had the outside shots. I mean, they're giving them the outside shots, and they just are not knocking them down.
Yeah, it's been a really cold shooting night for the Slingers, and the only thing to do right now is if they get the defensive rebound, they got to push the ball fast enough that the zone doesn't get set up and they get some transition basket. Then it's with maybe with Howard running down the lane or something.
Here's a replay on that last dribble. Meanwhile, the other side of the ball, alertly, they are executing. Singapore slide, not so much. So just drawing it up, making sure, if you're Coach Kuhn, just making sure of your defensive switches and making sure that you're denying the dribble penetration that you were talking about. Force Singapore to shoot from outside because it works so far.
And definitely to secure the defensive rebound on the Pilipinas side. They got to make sure they limit the Slingers to only 1 shot.
Alab Pilipinas came into this game number 5 in the league in scoring. That is borne out by the score on the scoreboard right now. They've only scored 55 points, but they do play good defense, and that has been a full exhibit today. Switching at first from a switching man-to-man, then to that 2-3 zone. They have also had some success with the trapping press, the zone press that Hong Kong was so effective against Singapore last week. So they get it past half court. Parks popping up to Sleeves to Hughes. Hughes now to Parks with 7 on the shot clock. Parks rumbles inside. Ball knocked away. Last touch saved actually by Singapore. Long lead pass to Howard. Howard lays it up. No! This is a layup. That was stolen away again. Howard downstairs, and he is fouled. He will go to the line. Well, lucky for Singapore, that miss on the layup fell right into the path. Watch this again. Wow, you don't see that very often. And stolen again by Alexander. Puts the ball on the floor and is fouled by Slees. So one good thing is it does stop the clock, but the way Singapore's been shooting foul shots, I'm not so sure it matters. Getting back to within 5. 1:46 left. Hope to make this one and get a stop at the other end. 55-51. Now let's see what sort of urgency Alab will exhibit here. Fortuna. Wong working on him. Up pops Dominguez. Hands of Bobby Ray Parks. 7 on the shot clock. Sleeves. Dominguez. Little backup jumper is no good. Right into the path. A long way long. So opportunity here for Singapore. Off the dribble. Wong. Still Wong. Around the horn it goes. Back outside. Wong to Alexander. Alexander, let's see if he tries something with the dribble penetration. There is the screen by Howard. Way back outside again. At the buzzer for 3. Long way long. What a time to hit the big shot. Under a minute to go. Singapore climbs to within 1. Timeout on the court by Alab. Well, we've seen this time and time again. Just when it looks like the roof's going to cave in, Wong Wei Long with the ball. He finds a way. Check it out. There's the kick. There's the shot. Leaning in. So Singapore, a shot that they had to have. I mean, if they don't score on this trip with under a minute to go, down by 3 or 4 points, very, very unlikely that Singapore can mount any sort of a comeback, Michael.
Yeah, that was a very big shot made by Wei Long. And as you have said, it's a cold shooting night, and they're due for one. And it couldn't come at a better timing than this.
They had to have it when they had it. So 55-54, so drawing it up on the other end. Now then, we'll see Alab under pressure. They still have the advantage in the sense that under a minute to play, they've got the ball. Now remember, Xavier Alexander with 4 fouls, so Alab does have some options. Maybe they can go straight at the X-Man. Dribble, penetrate the ball, and then maybe kick it back outside. They have been shooting threes all night long, so maybe they have something like that, or maybe the ball in the hands of Hughes.
The good thing about the Singapore Slingers is right now team fouls for them is only 1, whereas Filipinas, the team fouls are already at 6. So any foul will actually bring them to the line and stop the clock. So I think in terms of foul issues, is Singapore Slingers have the advantage.
Just as long as that foul is not on Xavier Alexander. Let's see. Hughes. Howard up on him with the pressure. Parks. Alexander around the screen. He goes. Parks with a wide open look at the 3. No good. Rebound right in the hands of Wong. Inside. Blocked away. 30 seconds to go. Singapore will get the ball back, but they've got to have a stop right here. Bobby Parks gets it past the half-court line. Pushing away on Alexander. 10 on the shot clock. Offense is spread out. There's the screen. Parks rolling to the basket. Turns. Back outside. Hughes with the little fadeaway. No good. Ball saved. The shot. 5 seconds to go. Lead pass down the court. This roll the ball is in a foul. 1 second to go. Singapore will be at the line. A chance to win the game. Wow. There is Wong, and there's the foul. Jeric Fortuna. Wong doing the right thing, going straight at the defender. Fortuna catching him with the body. So 1 to send it to overtime, 2 to win it here for the Slingers, the last gap after trailing most of the 4th quarter. Long way long, a chance to be the hero. My goodness. Seems like every game, Michael, it's a whisker away from winning and losing. And how
there were 2 big plays made by Wong. 1 big 3, and then making the right decision in transition and going strong before the defense set up, and then going strong to the basket, causing them to make a foul on him.
And the recognition on both the part of Meng and Alexander to spot Long Way Long down the court. Once he got the ball, straight at the basket. So good call by you, Michael, on the foul situation. Wong will go to the line with a chance to win it. Wong, one of their best free throw shooters, so he's got to hit one to keep this game in play. So Singapore, after a very, very tough night on Friday where they won an overtime game, 112 to 110, now being tested one more time here at the OCBC Arena. Hope you're enjoying it at home wherever you are. Chuck Schreiner along with Michael Wong, ABL basketball here on Star Hub. Michael Johnson, the assistant coach and general manager of the club. Some last-second instructions. Now, what they don't want to do is, should the second shot miss for whatever reason, you want to foul straight away if you, in the unlikely event he misses both shots. As you said, Singapore only with that 1 foul. Hopefully, if Wong makes both of these, it will be academic. And you certainly don't want to foul with 1 second to go. So, Long Way Long. It's the first one. So this shot with a probable win for the Singapore Slingers. 1 second to go. Missed it. So another overtime game. Well, full credit for the Slingers. just to get it to that point, because I tell you, Michael, they looked dead in the water for much of the second half, especially in that fourth quarter. They trailed by as many as 7, somehow willing it. Of course, the 3 by Wong Long, putting them right back in play and making only 1 out of 2, but at least they have 5 more minutes now. Foul trouble abounds for the Slingers, because remember, Alexander, who only has 7 points coming off that huge 34-point game the other night in KL with 4 fouls. On the other side of the ball also, Domingo with 4 fouls. He's been important for the Alab Pilipinas going down the stretch as well. So not all a bed of roses for them also. Number 11, Jeric Fortuna with 3 fouls. And that's about it. 3 fouls for for Singapore. So minute break, and we're back at it, 5 more minutes. So Singapore Slingers, this will be their 4th OT game. Amazing. And I tell you, if they can get a win out of this game, I really thought that for all the world that they were headed for their feet. There was no way, the way they were shooting the ball. But just goes to show you, Wong Long, we've seen him do this time and time again. This entire Singapore Slingers team just looked horrible from outside, and then somehow find a way. And no exception today.
Yeah, this is one of the trademarks of the Singapore Slingers team. They never give up, not until the final whistle is blown. You know, they will keep on playing, and it shows. You know, and you got to be willing to take the big shot, to hit the big shot. And Wong Long has been one who's always been willing to take the big shot.
Justin Howard just keeps rolling along, 28 points, 15 rebounds. So Singapore with the ball, shooting only 31%. Back outside, Alexander, they're giving him that shot. Other side they go to. Very difficult angle by Kwek. I don't know what he was thinking of there. Domingo, we said, playing with 4 fouls. Bobby Ray Parks, remember, he's 5th in the league in scoring, 23 points a game. Back outside is Salim. Nice little bounce pass over to Domingo. Rolls to the basket. Yeah, off the glass, up and in.
You know, if Delvin is our X factor, Domingo is the X factor for the Filipinas.
Yes. Alexander. Long look for 3 is good. So hitting his first 3, and maybe, just maybe, that's a sign of things to come for Singapore as they have the 1-point lead. Their first lead since the 3rd quarter. Rolling off the screen back outside is Noodle, who was checked into the game. We have not seen Sampson Carter. Domingos, no good. A little bit too hard off the glass. Wong to Alexander. Still in that 2-3 zone. Alexander surrounded. Howard, little show and go. Back outside, Alexander 8 on the shot clock. Around 1 screen. Inside it goes, and a foul. Alexander goes down hard. He will go to the line for 2. 3:28 to go here in the first period of overtime.
I think the foul is on Domingo, and he's done for the night.
That is Domingo, and that hurts because he was one of the most effective players on the floor for Alab Pilipinas. Really a silly foul. That was a very acute angle that the X-Man was having to deal with. So a chance for Singapore to go up by 3. It's the first one. Singapore slumped to 16 to 23. Well, I guess it's not too bad. 16 to 23 from the line, but they did a lot of they missed a lot of important junctures that could have salted the game away from them in the 4th quarter. But right there, Alexander is 2. So Singapore up by 3. I don't know if Sampson Carter has been hurt or what, but there he is back in the game now. So Carter, but Larry Domingo out. Hughes rotates the ball over to Powell, left hand now over to Salims. Long cross-court pass and 24-second violation. So great defense and a little bit of confusion by Alab Pilipinas. And I think Larry Domingo, or his absence, had a lot to do with that, Michael.
Yeah, and credit to the Singapore Slingers defense as well. They've been holding them to probably this is the third shot clock violation in the whole game.
Yes. Wong. Alexander trying to make it happen inside and stepping in and getting a hand on it. Number 7, Sampson Carter. Thought they saw something downstairs there for a moment. So Alexander with 11 on the shot clock to inbound on the baseline. Wong, catch and shoot, no good. Skying up, saving the ball, knocked away. Alexander! Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Singapore ball. Great hustle there by Xavier Alexander, tiptoeing around the sideline. Alexander inside. Delvin go back in the game. Puts the ball on the floor. Throws the screen. Long 3 by Wong. It's off the mark. Carter with the board. 2:24 to go here in the first period of overtime. Zaliz. Parks. Left hand. Back outside. A long 3 to tie. No good. Skying up. Up and in. Wow, what a tip by James Hughes. That will get Alab to within 1. Stretching, outstretching with that wingspan. Out jumping and outstretching Justin Howard. Under 2 minutes to play. Opposite side. Alexander, hesitation move. The follow is good. Great follow by Delvin Go. He's got 10. Hanging around the basket. Rewarded for his persistence. Zaliz now. Hughes backs it up. Zaliz around the screen. Still Zaliz. Hughes from the free throw line. Got it. So 1-point game again. Howard being double teamed down low, as you can see. Go. Alexander. Go again. Back outside. Alexander will take the 3. In and out. No good. Chance now for Alab to take the lead again. Head down. Going forward. Bobby Ray Parks. Gives it off to Carter. Hughes lurking on the low post. 55 seconds, 10 on the shot clock. Spreading out the defense. Zaliz now around the screen. Working on him. 2 on the shot clock. Ball on the floor. Ball stripped away. Singapore on the defense. What do we have here? A foul. Shot clock violation before the ball got in the hands of Singapore, and that might be a little bit of bad luck. Looked like Singapore had a 3-on-2 ahead of them, but Singapore with the ball in the lead, 44-5 to go.
Yes, and it actually allows the Filipinos to set up the 2-3 zone again. But just now it was actually a transition opportunity for the Singapore Slingers.
So down they go into that zone, as Michael was talking about. Long way long, will take some time off. 16 on the shot clock. Bit of a dangerous proposition here for Singapore. Long 3 by Wong is no good. Howard popped out to Parks. Lead pass. Yep, and one. And the pro-Filipino crowd going crazy here at the OCBC Center. 1-point lead now. 19-9 left in the game. Sampson Carter at the line to try and make it a 2-point game. Wow. Just when it looked like Howard had corralled the rebound, and a timeout by Singapore as Alab Pilipinas leads 64-62. Well, unlucky for Singapore. Howard had his hands around the ball. The ball got jarred loose. Talk about teams that never give up. Alab, we can say the same for them. The lead pass in the open court, getting it to Carter, rumbling to the basket. So Singapore, good news is for them, they'll have the ball at half court, 19.9 seconds to go. But they don't want to make it a situation where they're in too big of a hurry, because then they'll give the ball back to Alab with plenty of time on the clock. So a lot of decisions being made over there by Coach Yo and Coach Johnson. There's a long 3 attempt. Now watch Howard. He had the ball, then alertly knocked away by Hughes, and they're off and running. Great recognition to get the ball off to Carter. There it is in the open court. Good outlet pass. Look at the trailer. Carter right there to finish it up.
You know, it's good when your shots are falling, but when you're not falling like how it has been the whole night, we gotta go back to the middle. We gotta go back to the low block. We gotta go back to the basket. Like, you know, get a closer shot at the basket. And right now, like we mentioned just now, foul situation is still in favor of Singapore Slingers. So they should look to try to go strong to the basket. You know, make the referees call a foul and go to the hit line or something.
We'll see if they try and force the ball down to Justin Howard, who's immediately double teamed. Back outside it goes. Howard, see if he tries to make a strong move to the basket. Opposite side now. Kwek with the ball. The ball is stripped. And that should do it. Alab Pilipinas defeat the Singapore Slingers on their own home court, 64-62. Pandemonium here at the OCBC Arena. A lot of Philippine fans here in Singapore, losing one in overtime. For the second straight week, the Slingers have been beaten on their own court, and they only had themselves to blame, Michael Wong. Horrible shooting from the perimeter. And you just have to wonder if that overtime game in Malaysia last week had anything, or on Friday 2 days ago, less than 48 hours ago, plus the traveling had anything to do with it. Not to make any excuses for the Slingers. Alab Pilipinas really thoroughly enjoyed that, but I thought for sure that when Domingo fouled out that it would be advantage Singapore, but not to be, as Alab Pilipinos hang tough and they win at 64-62 here at the OCBC Arena. Wow. Stolen from Kwek at the end, or was that Wong? Ball right in the middle, and they just could not get the ball downstairs to Howard. Well, they did, but he kicked it back outside. So a little bit of disbelief by the Slingers as they slumped to 10-4. Not a bad record, but still the same amount of losses as Alab Pilipinas, and they allow Hong Kong to take a 2-game lead. So here's the play of the day. Here's Kwek in transition. Has the ball knocked away, blocked at the other end, and that is our play of the day here at the OCBC Arena. Watch it again. Bobby Ray Parks, great reactions there with the right hand to step in the lane and knock it away. And there were lots of plays like that by a very game Alab Pilipinas team, and they walk out of here with a 64-62 win. So here are the stats. 30% from the floor, and you're not going to win many games, Michael Wong, shooting 30%. Three-pointers, 2 of 16, 4 of 15, not really that good for Alab Pilipinas either, but rebounds about equal, turnovers equal, but you've got to point to the field goal percentage, 30%, shooting 21 of 70 from your home court. That's no way to come into your own home house and expect to get a win.
Yeah, on a night where they're shooting a very decent percentage on the free throw line, they miss all their shots from the outside.
All right, so that changes things considerably. Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions open up a 2-game lead over second place, tied with Alab Pilipinas, the Singapore Slingers. Kaohsiung Truth 4-8, Saigon Heat 3-7, Westport Malaysian Dragons 2-8. So that opens up things considerably for the Slingers, who now have lost 2 out of 3. Alab Pilipinas get off the snide. They lost 2 in a row and are on the rise. So looking at our next game here on Star Hub, Alab Pilipinas going against Westport Malaysian Dragons. That will be on 17th of February on Friday. That is at 8 p.m. And the next game here at the OCBC Arena, that will be a week after that, or 9 days after that, on Sunday, 26th of February. The Slingers going against the Kaohsiung Truth. That ought to be an entertaining game. We have not seen them here at the OCBC Arena yet. In fact, they've got 3 games to play against the much improved Kaohsiung Truth. So, Michael, not much to say. Singapore just outplayed, and if you don't put the ball in the hole, well, these things are going to happen.
given the fact that they just played the game 2 nights ago and dealing with so many injury issues. I think they put up a very good fight. I mean, just 4 shots.
Okay, for all the production staff here at the OCBC Arena, for Michael Wong, this is Chuck Schreiner. Final score again, Singapore Slingers taking one on the chin. Alab Pilipinas walking out here with a 64-62 win, and we will see you next time from the OCBC Arena. So long for now.
Alab Pilipinas.